Oi, oi, I mean, for why? For why? Jesus is the truth, the way, and the life. Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. So let's go to the Holy Book of Islam because they say it's Christ's Day, Sunday. But let's rather go to the Holy Spirit of the Quran. Chapter 4. What's the title? An-Nisa. Woman. They tell you the truth about our human psychology, not what the gay predators want you to believe. To be stuck in the matrix like a robotic OBJECT. Yeah. I gotta find me a wife to marry before she turns 10. Cause that's about the age my sister started molesting me. My brethren. Number 4 of chapter 4. Give women their dowries graciously. But if they willingly forego some of it, then consume it with enjoyment and pleasure. 2. And give orphans their properties, and do not substitute the bad. Actually, that's in 1. No, 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 4, 2. And give orphans their properties, and do not substitute the bad for the good. I'm an orphan, and I deserve my property. And do not substitute the bad for the good. And do not substitute the bad for the good. Okay. That's another part of the same thing. They've given me just a garage to live in. Anyway, but I can't even live here because I can't do what I want to do around here. Fucking HOAs, hoes. I gotta escape this fucking thing early every morning, man. Or every night. Yeah. Anyway, and do not consume their properties by combining them with yours, for that would be a serious sin. So these Illuminati scumbags who are ruling the world have usurped our properties, including the minds of our females, and they claim they belong to them. They belong to the state and they're citizens, and you don't have authority over them. Therefore, all right, let's go to the next one. Number 1. O people, fear your Lord, who created you from a single soul. O people, fear your Lord, who created you from a single soul, and created from it its mate, and propagated from them many men and women. And revere God whom you ask about, and the parents. Surely God is watchful over you. 5. Do not give the immature your money, which God has assigned to you for support, but provide for them from it, and clothe them, and speak to them with kind words. So that bitch and the bitches try to treat me like the immature because I didn't have money. But they were the ones in the wrong, they'll pay. Let's go to number 8. For the hate needs to get out. If the distribution is attended by the relatives and the orphans and the needy, give them something out of it and speak to them kindly. If the distribution is attended by the relatives and the orphans, oh, right, and the needy, give them something out of it and speak to them kindly. Okay. So in the marriage, you gotta give to the needy. In the ceremonies, social ceremonies, that's what these psychopaths try to exploit. Unfortunately, and the sociopaths too. Alright, 9. No, yeah, 9. Those who are concerned about the fate of their weak children, in case they leave them behind, should fear God and speak appropriate words. So my parents abuse me, yes, and don't want to leave me alone, but they should fear God, not men, and speak kinder words to me and not talk shit so much. Inappropriate speech and postures, communication. 10. Those who consume the wealth of orphans illicitly consume only fire into their bellies, and they will roast in a blaze. As a teacher, I committed some sins, I suppose, and I had to pay for it dearly, almost with my life. Multiple times. So I roasted in the blaze alright in 2020 and 2021 especially. And even today, I was thinking about how I used to have better dick control, but today, because of my, I call it abuse, but just in bad environment, you know, uh, and in the leaders of the environment, controllers, because of them, you know. Anyway, 6. All right, talking about the sex at the end. Test the orphans. Then we'll do 11. 11. Haha, because I fucked before. I made love. Oh no, I made love. No, I was abused before I thought I was making love, but I was just told I was just fucking, and then, anyway. Thought I was fucking, but I was making love, and then, haha. Test the orphans until they reach the age of marriage. If you find them to be mature enough, hand over their property to them. I guess I'm not mature enough if I'm laughing about some stuff that's supposed to be private, you know? Test the orphans until they reach the age of marriage. If you find them to be mature enough, hand over their properties to them, and do not consume it extravagantly or hastily before they grow up. So I don't know about these gay predators, these lesbians trying to steal my wealth. So that's good. I'm still poor legally because I might consume it extravagantly or hastily like I did in Carrie B before they grow up. The rich shall not charge any wage, but the poor may charge fairly. So college, I don't know what that was all about, why they charged and put me into debt slavery. But the rich are not supposed to charge any wage, and the poor are supposed to be charged fairly. But these fucking assholes are doing the opposite. These bad sheep herders will have to pay because they're doing all opposite of the Quran, and they're doing it very badly. When you hand over their properties to them, have it witness for them. God suffices as a reckoner. 11. God instructs you regarding your children. The male receives the equivalent of the share of 2 females. I think I better stop here before the feminasties get here. If there are daughters more than 2, they get 2/3 of what he leaves. If there's only one, she gets 1/2. As for the parent, each one gets 1/6 of what he leaves if he had children. But here, when dad tries to act like this is all his house, and I can have, or my mom does too, she gave me a little fucking room, and then I had a table too in the other fucking room, so I guess I had a room. I had the loft half to myself, and I also had the room to myself, so that's like a room and a half I was given in this big ass house, and the garage. But now I have the garage and the room, pretty much, and still that table, but nobody goes there anymore. Oh man. Anyway, so I was just saying, yeah, my parents are kind of treating me like a slave, not even a freaking child. They're like training me for a wife who's gonna be or like a gay predator who's gonna be some kind of slave master, I guess. That's why they have all these fucking wealth now, of fucking exploiting me. But anyway, if he has siblings, his mother gets 1/6. Instead, she's sitting on like, well, I guess she is sitting on 1/6 of the land if you consider the kitchen area and the downstairs. No, she actually trying to take over like 5/6 of the house. Actually, this is the opposite of the Satanist way of what the Quran says. So my mom controls 5/6 of the house, and my daughter, who's supposed to get 1/4 of what I have, she has 4 times as much in the world. She has a car, she has a job, she has a social life, and she has like whatever, you know. So at least 2 times as much, maybe 4. My sister and my parents have 6 times as much as me, and my mom has 6 times of what my dad has. So she probably has 36 as much as me if you count about the unseeable privileges that she gets to enjoy and I don't. Anyway, after fulfilling any bequests and paying off debts, your parents and your children, you do not know which are closer to you in welfare. This is God's law. God is knowing and judicious. So fuck my Jew parents who are not judicious. My mom actually insults the Muslims. Or no, I think she insults me for being knowing, not judicious. Yeah. Because, no, she insults me for being less knowing and more judicious. Yeah, right. Exactly. Because she's a Jew, believing in knowing, and I must be a Muslim secretly, because I like the Quran. 12. If, no, you get one. Okay, so, yeah, so I should have twice as much as my sister, and my mom only gets 1/6. Or my dad gets 1/6, and my mom gets 1/6 in their retirement, and my sister gets 1/4. Wait. Oh, okay. So my sister gets 1/3, right? And I get 2/3 minus the 1/3. Oh, okay. Wow. So out of the 2/3, my sister gets, out of the 1/3 that's removed for my parents, out of the wealth or whatever, inheritance, government dole out, my sister should get, oh man, 1/3 of 2/3, which is 2/9. She should get less than, or a little more than 20% of the health, wealth, prosperity, I guess. And mom, dad should get 1/6, which is about less than 25%. And wait, less than 20%. Right. 1/6 is less than 20%. They should both get. And I should get the remaining, which is like almost 50%. So the half of the hack resources belong to Kunal Haq when he is mature, according to the Sharia law. And that's what I found interesting about this feministism in our family. Oh man. See, when I was an orphan, when I came back from the Caribbean, or when I was going against the system in this house, I was not given my property. I was not given security in my own room or my own bathroom. Just this garage, basically, I guess. And that too, they used to come in when they needed to use the fridge. And nowadays, they're coming in a lot more to harass, you know. I did not know that I could marry 4 women. Fucking punk bitches I saw. They were not even worth marrying or worth kissing, you know. But I guess I got desperate in their company. That's why. Now I'm MGTOW. I'm pretty sure many of them stole dowries from me without earning it or me agreeing to it in maturity. Wow, so I shouldn't be mad at anybody. I just wasn't mature enough to have a wife. And I have been sexually immoral because of the way I was raised. So maybe I don't even deserve a wife. Or I'll have to work really hard to have more love, so I can be more fair to a wife, I guess. Yeah, that's the message of the 4th chapter of Quran, woman, Al-Nisa. Let's do number 13. These are the bounds set by Allah. Whoever obeys Allah and His Prophet, He will admit him or her, I guess, into gardens beneath which rivers flow, unless women don't have souls, to abide therein forever. That is a great attainment. And then 12. You get 1/2 of what your wives leave behind if they had no children. So I guess I just gotta wait for those Jezebels to die off. And then I get 1/2. I shouldn't kill them because then I'll get time. If they had children, you get 1/4 of what they leave. Of what they leave. Huh, what does that mean? Oh, this is like the afterlife. After fulfilling any bequests and paying off debts. They get 1/4 of what you leave behind if you have no children. If you have children, they get 1/8 of what you leave. So I guess some bitches will try to scam you on children too. Anyway, what else to talk about? This is a will from God. God is knowing and clement. This was verse 12. I haven't read it fully, but I'll put it up on the screen. Alright. Quran chapter 4. The first 13 out of the 176 verses, which I was able to read in prison only because I had the free time and the resources. And that high quality living, freedom.